Welcome guys to a brand new video. In this video, I'll talk about what will be the CA final exam strategy for the May 25 attempt. I'll be sharing top 5 strategies and also a bonus tip in the end. So currently it is already end of Feb and we have only March and April before the exam starts. So currently whatever studies, whatever subjects you are doing, I'll be highly recommend that you complete your all the subjects inside March and give yourself full April to revise. Now, point number two comes is the mock test. That is extremely important before the exam, bef- as writing practice is the most important because ultimately you have to write, not like study or read or anything. You have to write, and if your hand-eye coordination and the mind and hand coordination is not there, you will be not be able to remember. Like you have studied something and you will be able to answer it, but when the exam time comes, the you will not be able to remember. Trust me, it happens every time. So unless and until you write, you will not be able to remember anything. So like you give the mock test, you have to give at least two mock tests before in the proper exam scenario, not like you're just writing and stuff. You sit there for 3 hours and give in the proper exam scenario. And another thing that you will also be able to test yourself, like how good have you prepared yourself, and you'll be able to test yourself. Now, before every exam, Institute releases two mock tests. So before attempting the mock one, give yourself proper 3 days each subject before mock one and exactly 1.5 days before attempting the mock two, and also you self-evaluate. The reason for that is you are giving the exam for the first time, so you will need a bit of preparation. So 3 days is more than enough before attempting mock one, and mock two will be like proper exam scenario, so we'll be have only 1.5 days before attempting mock two. And you also need to self evaluate because institute releases the suggested answer for the mock test, and so you can match your answer, and that will be, I think, better rather than buying test paper and evaluating with the other like teachers and stuff. Now, number four is extremely important in, especially in the CA final. It is conceptual clarity. Because if you're following in the last quite a few attempts, the exams are coming on really tough sides. The questions are coming really tough. And if you don't have a proper conceptual clarity, you will be not be able to like solve the new questions because in the current syllabus, in the current scenario, there are a lot of new questions that are coming in the exams, not the same old questions that is repeating like after attempt. So those days are gone, and the new questions are forming, and they are challenging your conceptual clarity. So if you don't have enough conceptual clarity, it will be extremely tough for you to clear the exams. So I again repeating, have a very, very good conceptual clarity in all the subjects. And finally is the self-confidence. If you're not self-confident, you will not be able to clear the exam. That's the like very like basic thing. If you're not very sure about yourself, if you're not very confident about yourself, you won't be able to deliver in the exam. Being nervous in the exam is different. That happens like you have to test your nerves, you have to strengthen your nerves in the exam. That is different. But like throughout the whole process, if you're not feeling confident about yourself, you're not feeling good about yourself, it's not gonna happen. So my suggestion is be extremely confident, stay relaxed, stay very relaxed, and avoid distractions. That will be any kind of distractions, like it could be social media, it could be games, it could be your other person that you are deeply connected, it could be TV, anything. Avoid distraction for the last 2 months and have a very, very good mental peace. And good mental peace leads to good sleep. And it is extremely important that you actually sleep well. If you don't sleep well, you will not be able to remember stuff that you have read yesterday. And be consistent. Like in the last 2 months that people say that you have to study for 12 to 14 hours. It's kind of true and kind of not. It's actually suits how much can you absorb yourself like throughout the day and not feel burnout. Like if you study for the last 2 months, like 10 hours a day at least, and if you are being consistent, like if you study every single day, not taking any days of leave for the last 2 months and be consistent, I think that's good enough rather than slugging it for 14 hours a day and take one day off. I think that's not good. And now finally for the bonus tip, this actually I made myself. Make an Excel tracker for the last 2 months and track your progress. For example, like you summarize the days and like make a tab for each subject and whatever topics or chapters you want to cover, like make separate columns here and just type yes or no or whatever and make a remarks for like you completed this much, you completed this much about the topic, and update this tracker every day before going to sleep that whatever you have did in this particular day, and make a realistic study plan. Make a realistic study plan by mean that you're not going to complete like say direct tests in 2 days. Like that's not possible. So make a realistic study plan and follow it through. And uh, let's every day like in the morning is start studying. And for example, you want to study 2 subjects in a day, and after completing one subject, you just update the tracker that you have completed this much for this subject for this day, and same repeat. You will do for the other subject as well. So that's all from my side for this video. I hope your exam goes very well in CA Final May 25 attempt, and I hope to see you on the other side. Like you all should be called a CA now after May 25. So I'll end my video with a quote. Just do your best and leave to God all the rest. Thank you. If you like my content, like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. Thank you. Bye guys.